Hello, everybody. Good Wednesday evening. Is it Wednesday?
Is that what day it is? It
I
is.
don't know.
It is. Blimey. 2
Going
weeks.
back to work.
2 weeks ago it was Christmas Eve, and now look at us. We've come so far.
This going back to work feels best with my head. Apparently today was the third week I've done this week. Right, it's 6 o'clock. AGM statement isn't up yet. Bloody hell, BSPA.
Are they just
God's
lying
sake,
to us?
man.
Are they telling us porkies?
I'll try again. Still not on.
Huh.
But it has only just this second turned 6 o'clock.
That's true.
I'll refresh the page at 18:01. And if there's nothing on, I'm going to go and smack some pigeons.
Up the pigeons. Yeah, we're just waiting now. We are led to believe there will be a statement going out at around 6 PM British time. Still not on. So we do just wait and see at this moment, I think.
Apparently Leicester has just announced Dan Jokes as a rising star. It's 18:01. Come on, British Speedway. Don't let us down.
Looking on the...
British Speedway AGM Statement.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I've just looked on the YouTube. There is no thumbnail. It's not showing the picture, but it's too late to change it now. What we're going to do this then is I will go with the Premiership one, and Palmer's going to go with the Championship one. So we'll start off with the Premiership. Following this week's AGM held in Rugby, the British Speedway Promoters Limited can now confirm the arrangements for the 2026 season. Below is a summary of the key points, including the board membership, competition and team structures and rule changes. British Speedway Promoters Association are pleased to welcome Mark Lemon and Rob Lyon to the board of directors. Mark and Rob join the existing board members of Rob Godfrey, Damien Bates and John Campbell. Alex Harkes retains his role as president. So that's the first bit. Nothing really surprises me there, to be honest. Any surprises in that with you, Palmer?
Absolutely not.
So the Premiership, there will be 5 teams confirmed to be contesting the Premiership of Bellevue, Ipswich, Kings Lynn, Leicester and Sheffield, with attempts still being made to include a 6th team to the Premiership. The points limit has been set at 37 points for 6 riders, which will, with each team being completed by a rising star according to the existing criteria. The Rising Stars have been selected by teams in reverse order from their finishing positions in 2025, with teams having protection over their existing Rising Star. The team selections were made. Bellevue have opted for William Cairns as their Rising Star. Not a surprise there, is the Palmer?
Absolutely not. I think that was always going to happen, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think you're right. Ipswich have retained Jason Edwards, who joined them halfway through last season and won the league title with them. Again, not a surprise, is there, in that one?
It's nice to know that Ipswich are actually running now, and that little bit of confirmation is quite nice. But again, I think we all knew Jason Edwards was going to go there in the Premiership, and they were been running so.
Kings Lynn have chosen Jody Scott. Again, there's no surprise there.
If we didn't know this 6 weeks ago, I might have been surprised. But
we knew.
I'm not.
Yeah, we knew about this one. Leicester have chosen Dan Jilks, which has just been announced. Got unfortunate, joined as their Rising Star 2025 and got injured.
Yeah, Dan, great lad. He's got a little bit of unfinished business, I think, at Beaumont Park, and hopefully he can fulfil his duties.
And Sheffield, Luke Killeen, change of track for Luke Killeen, who's been predominantly Oxford based at Premiership level and Championship level, to be honest. So it'd be interesting to see how he fares at Arlington.
I think a change of track for Luke Killeen will do him a lot of good. As most riders will know, if you stick to the same track for your home track over and over again, you start to get stale. I must say, I'm a bit disappointed Luke Harrison isn't in there anywhere.
I'm surprised by that.
I thought he did decent enough at Kings Lynn last season.
And I can't see a world in which he wouldn't have wanted it either.
No, that's interesting.
The statement follows on. The Premiership League format will see teams face twice at home and twice away over the course of the season, whilst a change has also been made to the playoff format due to league numbers. The playoffs will now be contested between the top 3 teams as opposed to the top 4, with the league leaders going straight into the final, while second and third place teams will contest the semi-final. I like that.
Oh my god, I am about to cream my pants. This is the best news since waking up this morning.
However, should a 6th team join the Premiership, the playoff format would revert back to being contested by the top 4 teams and would revert back to the playoff format that we know.
Yeah, it's nice to see British Speedway doing something different because they have to. But yeah, it's something.
The statement finally for the Premiership. The Knockout Cup will continue, and clubs are to stage further discussions over a potential third competition, which would run with an alternative format, something like a BSN series, maybe, but for the Premiership.
Maybe. How about my 3-team tournament?
I like that. I really like that. Now on to Palmer's Championship.
All 9 teams will return to contest the 2026 season. Berwick, Edinburgh, Glasgow, Oxford, Plymouth, Hull, Redcar, Scunthorpe and Wakington. The points limit remains at 40 points for a team of 7 riders, with a further requirement that each team may only include 1 rider with a match average above 8 points in their initial declaration.
Just for clarity, this is why Dan Thompson couldn't go back to Glasgow. I know Glasgow fans were fuming at the fact he's gone from Glasgow to Edinburgh. It's been known internally for a while that each club could only have 1 rider over an 8-point average, and Glasgow simply had to choose Chris Harris or Dan Thompson.
Talking of Dan Thompson, he's on our Tapes to Flag podcast literally in 25 hours. Got any questions? Ask us. But on our page.
Nice plug.
Thanks very much. The Championship League format remains unchanged, with teams meeting once home and away over the course of the season. So the season will be done by July.
I don't understand that.
With the top 4 teams then contesting the playoffs.
I know there are more teams in the Championship, but if you're not in the playoffs, your season's done. When was your season done this year? August, weren't it?
29th of August.
That, in theory, should be towards the height of the season, not done.
It should be like the start of wind down, where you've got like 2 or 3 or 4 league meetings left. Not. Oh, that's it, by the way.
I've just been looking at the rules and regulations. We'll get to this in a minute, but there's something that makes me really bloody excited.
Jesus. The Knockout Cup and BSN Series competitions will also continue. How exciting! Dates for these finals of these competitions will be fixed in the calendar from the start of the season. Well, come on, chaps, hurry up. We've only got about 8 weeks before we start.
And so there's not long, is there?
Dates and venues for major events are to be confirmed.
Yes. I think there could have been a world where the Championship could have done 2 home and 2 away. We both know that there was one reason why it wasn't in last season. It was one club because of them running 3 leagues. they don't do that anymore. They're not running the Premiership, so I don't understand why everyone wanted it last season but couldn't because of that. But then this season, that's not an obstacle, and they've not done it.
Yeah. Yeah. That.
The first rule change for this season makes me very excited, and it feels like common sense has prevailed. The following rule changes have been agreed and will be included in the 2026 SCB regulations. Superheats, the old contentious superheat. A match which is drawn after Heat 15 will now no longer be followed by a superheat, with both teams receiving 1 league point only. Superheats are gone, draws are back.
Oh, I mean, yay!
A superheat will now only be staged in the event of an aggregate score being tied after home and away meetings in order to resolve the aggregate point, which again is common sense.
Yeah, it's about time common sense prevailed in it.
Yeah.
I do like the superheat format in a way. However, it should only be used to do it as they're doing now, rather than just like individual legs.
Yeah, I think you're probably right there. Returning riders for the championship only. So this one applies to your club, Palmer, or clubs, depending on if you're Scunny Dan or Redcar Dan.
Edinburgh Dan this year,
oh well. If a professional British rider has not ridden in the previous seasons, then they may apply for a reduction to their previous championship average. Average of 8% for each year missing. Oh, that's a fair bit. It is hoped that this will provide some assistance to riders who have taken time out of the sport and are now once again seeking team opportunities.
Richie Worrell, welcome home.
Has he paid his fine yet? That's the question.
You pay your fine and we'll take 8,000% off your average, man.
Championship pairs. Did this happen this year? It did, didn't it?
Yeah,
yes, it was, because Redcar won it, didn't they?
They did indeed. I'll never forget that day, being on the Redcar supporters bus, just wanted to drown in sorrows, finishing bottom.
Championship pairs. First choice of gate selection for the final will now go to the club with the highest score in the meeting. Previously, this criteria was applied for the semi-final, whereas first choice for gate selection was determined by a coin toss. So the points that you accumulate will now all count for something.
It's about bloody time.
All of those rule changes are common sense rules. It's amazing what happens when it's a short AGM held in England, not in Tenerife.
It's amazing what happens when British Speedway promoters realise they have to bang the Reds together and do something right and make the best of a bit of a crap situation.
British development, with me and you obviously working with a few riders in the British youth system this year. This is one that we're certainly interested in as well.
100%.
5 teams have so far confirmed entries for the 2026 National Development League, with the potential for up to 3 more to join them. It is anticipated that meetings of National Development League clubs will take place before the end of January in order to confirm arrangements for this league. Regardless of whether or not the club's participation in the National League, this requires all the remaining clubs to attend. The requirement remains for all clubs to support British development and to therefore provide some form of racing opportunity at this level during the season. Again, another good thing being kept in.
It is, to be fair, but it depends how certain clubs look at it. I mean, I know a certain club that still 50-50 on doing National League next year, but they think, well, they've got the opportunity to race because we'll put an amateur meeting on.
Yeah, the British Speedway Promoters Limited would like to thank everyone for their support in 2025 and also for their patience whilst workers continued on arrangements for the new season. We're very sorry to see the loss of Birmingham due to an unavailability and subsequent demolition of the Perry Barr Stadium, but we're pleased to welcome back all of the clubs from 2025. Following recent media speculation, the BSP Limited remain fully committed to efforts to introduce the sport to new venues and indeed the return of sport to established venues where we know the strong support remains. We look forward to an exciting 2026 season and will provide details on fixtures in due course.
Well, nothing changes, does it?
No, we've just lost a couple of clubs. The Superheat's gone, and that's about it.
That is literally it.
And just like that, Kings Lynn's team is confirmed as well now. It's a team that's got potential. I do worry about Cooper Russian at number 6, though.
That top 5, especially at Horn, should be able to break 45 points between them.
Mm-hmm.
If they all rise to the capabilities and dependent on how big Baldy Buster preps his track.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see what happens there, but it's a decent update from the AGM. I think there's nothing that's really shocked us in there.
They've made the best out of a bad situation, which I think was always going to be the plan for this year. I do hope. Obviously, it wasn't mentioned in the statement. However, it would be nice to know if they have some planned emergency AGMs or planned meetings throughout the course of the year to look at 2027, because let's be honest,
they can't afford to leave it until the end of next season to look at 2027.
They can't. No, they can't afford to wait till this time next year, even if we don't have it in November.
I just want to point out that on the 2026 rider announcements tab on the Premiership, on the British Speedway website, whoever's put that text up has spelled William Cairns' name wrong. It's Will Aim Cairns now, apparently.
I'm looking at you, Ryan Guest.
But teams are starting to take place. It's that bodes the question: why was it moved from the middle of November to essentially keep everything the same?
I think it was definitely more the case of trying to get that 6th Premiership team and, trying to get a TV deal more than anything.
Which, by the looks of it, they haven't managed to source at this point. So we'll wait and see on that one. But I think that wraps us up for now. We as Palmer mentioned earlier on, we've got Dan Thompson on tomorrow night from 7 o'clock live for a little chinwag. So in just under 25 hours now. We've also got the next 3 weeks of meetings, of podcasts covered. And 2 of these are preparing to make their full-time Premiership debuts. So tomorrow night we've got Dan Thompson. Next Thursday at 7 o'clock we've got Pirates TV commentator and former BDO Darts World Champion Scott Mitchell coming on for a little chinwag. The following week, Thursday the 22nd, we've got one of the most exciting prospects in British Speedway, Cooper Russian, coming on for a chinwag with us. And the following Thursday, the 29th, we've got the new Kings Lynn rising star, Jodie Scott, coming on for a chinwag with us. And on the 5th of February as well, we've got Jodie Scott's championship team manager, Gavin Parr, coming on for a chinwag with us. So there's the next 5 episodes of Tapes to Flag, and the guests that will be joining us sorted. All of those will be Thursday nights with a 7 o'clock start time. We've been busy.
Yeah. We have. We've been very busy, but, Christmas is gone, New Year's is gone, the British Speedway AGM is out. The big long road ahead now is to the start of the season, and I can't wait for the many bumps and humps and roller coasters we'll have to go around, but we'll get there.
We'll get there, and not long to go. We've obviously been watching a bit of the Australian Championship as well. It's not been too bad. I didn't watch Sundays. You did. How was that meeting?
I'll be honest with you, I can't really remember.
brilliant then.
All I remember was I woke up. I was thinking it was like 7:45, so I just woke up. Thought I'd put BSN on. 9:30, I woke up and it was on like heat 12.
Crikey.
So for what I remember, it was okay, but I can't remember a lot about it. I've slept since then.
You were making the most of your last day off before being back to work.
You bloody damn right, sir.
And I watched the one this morning. Palmer's going to watch it after. It was decent enough this morning, to be honest. There was some okay racing. It was won by Jack Holder. There were a couple of shock results here or there. A little bit of drama as well, so a bit of everything. But watching those meetings does make me excited for the season to start again now. And it'll be strange, my first season without having a club to go and watch in the Premiership on a Monday.
This is what BSN is here for, sir.
And maybe a TV deal. And watch-alongs. And all of that good stuff.
But yeah. How long was the Aussie meeting this morning?
Started about 9:30. I think it finished about 12:30. It weren't too bad. About 3 hours.
Reasonable.
Yeah,
reasonable.
Not too bad. Although Rowan Tungate had some kind of beef with Lee Avdams that I do not understand, but it was really funny.
Rowan Tungate's got beef with everybody. Justice for Josh.
And on that note, I think that's us done for tonight. Do you want to wrap us up for this one, Palmer?
So, that's been the 2026 British Speedway AGM statement. He's been Dylan, I've been Dan. We'll see you